22 News reporter Anthony Hill's working for you with information you should know.
22 News reporter Anthony Hill joins us live.
22 News reporter Anthony Hill just got back from the fire and joins us with the very latest.
One of the reasons why they're building this brand new garage right here is because most of their trucks can't even fit in their existing garage, which is the reason why this engine is right here as opposed to inside.
Irving Police told 22 News the reason why their officers will start wearing body cameras is to provide a more accurate depiction of events.
And when officers get back to the station, they'll be able to ingest their footage on this computer right here. Greenfield firefighters are trying to put out a fire right now. Take a look at this. This video is just minutes old. Firefighters had to block off part of Birch Street. You can see the heavy smoke billowing out of the house as they try to get the fire under control. Matt, well, the reason why is because many people were just trying to find the best bargains while others were just trying to exchange gifts they received on Christmas yesterday. The night Chessie went missing, the Orange Fire Department uses thermal imaging camera to help find him in the darkness of the woods. Chicopee residents 22 News spoke with said today, therefore whatever helps protect both law enforcement and residents. And nowadays, children are connected online more than ever, from their phones to their computers. But there are simple steps you can take to protect your child while they surf the web. And as you can see here in Greenfield, the snow is still pretty much coming down pretty hard, so stay with the 22 News Storm Team for the latest developments on the storm. The U.S. military used more than 19 million gallons of Agent Orange between 1961 and 1972. Reporting live from Springfield, Anthony Hill, 22 News. Some I spoke with see a need for such a program, while others I spoke with said this program could have a negative impact on the community.
And news sharing is really something that people should not be doing.
The Greenfield Board of Health has been discussing the possibility of having a needle exchange program in town.
If Greenfield knows that they have a problem with people using hypodermic needles in the community, then there needs to be a place and a space that provides clean needles. That's so important. 22
News contacted Tapestry Health in Northampton. They've been running a needle exchange program for 20 years. Tapestry's Prevention Services Director told 22 News they credit their program with a lower HIV rate in their region. And the people who are pushing for a needle exchange program here in town believe it could stop the spread of blood diseases like HIV and hepatitis C. One Greenfield resident told 22 News she wouldn't support a needle exchange program in town because she feels the prospect of free needles might attract drug addicts from out of town.
And it aids in people continuing to use instead of not using.
My argument against that would be we're in the middle of an epidemic, whether we like it or not, it is what it is. And having a needle exchange sounds like a great start.
22 News called and visited the Greenfield Board of Health to hear their policy ideas. They said they weren't able to speak to us today. Now next, the Greenfield Board of Health plans to meet with whichever state officials responsible for approving a needle exchange program. Remember to stay with 22 News for the latest on this story. I'm live at the Franklin County Bureau. Anthony Hill, 22 News.
22 News reporter Anthony Hill asked the Irving Police Chief why this was so important to his department.
Well, the Irving Police Chief told me they want to make sure that everyone is responsible and accountable for their own actions. After several deadly police shootings across the country, some police departments have started using body cameras. Starting October 26, Irving police officers will be required to wear body cameras while out on patrol.
I think it's a good thing. I think that way everybody, it protects everybody, the police and people, regular people.
Irving Police purchased 5 body cameras through a grant from their insurance company. Each body camera is $900, but Irving Police hopes they'll see the savings over time because with events being recorded, they can spend less money on long, drawn-out investigations. The Irving Police Chief told 22 News the community seems to be on board with the new policy.
So far, very positive, and I've noticed even in the last few months since a lot of things have happened, when I tell people that I'm audio and video recording on the cruiser stop, generally the person says, good, or I'm glad to hear that.
Irving Police told 22 News the reason why their officers will start wearing body cameras is to provide a more accurate depiction of events.
And when officers get back to the station, they'll be able to ingest their footage on this computer right here.
And this is just one other tool that helps in doing that and aids in doing that, and I think that makes people feel good.
And Irving Police hopes this new policy will help to improve trust within the police department. And Chief Blair told me they're not exactly new to using video recording devices. In fact, they've been recording from cruiser dash cams for years now. I'm live at the Franklin County Bureau. Anthony Hill, 22 News.
22 News reporter Anthony Hill found out what it took for the town to find this beloved pooch.
Well, really, this was a town effort because there were many people involved in finding the dog. This is a story about a dog named Chessie and a town that would do anything to protect him. You see Chessie here, safe and sound, with his owner and best friend, John Greenwood. But what you don't know is that Chessie was missing in the woods for 37 days. It all started on the night of December 13th when a drunk driver hit Chessie. Confused and scared, the 11-month-old Chesapeake Bay Retriever ran off into the woods.
It was very heartbreaking, and but his will to survive was incredible.
The night Chessie went missing, the Orange Fire Department used his thermal imaging camera to help find him in the darkness of the woods.
And we didn't have any sign of him anywhere. We couldn't find him with a camera. We couldn't find him by ourselves with flashlights, with the help of the police or anyone else.
Days turned into weeks, and weeks eventually turned into more than a month with no sign of Chessie, or if he still was even alive.
But we really had lost hope after a month due to these cold temperatures.
But then something miraculous happened. Finally, a lead as to where Chessie may have been.
The person that observed this dog laying in the backyard when we arrived on scene, we asked for description, and the description that was given matched the description of Chessie.
And lo and behold, 37 days later, we get a phone call from the police department, and they found him, so it was a miracle.
Chessie was found on a frozen pond. Greenwood says Chessie is suffering from an infection in his hip, but that he's a strong dog that can and will get through anything. They probably shaved him. And right now, as you can imagine, Chessie is recovering. If you'd like to help Chessie, we've posted some more information on our website, so just head over to wwlp.com. I'm live at the Franklin County Bureau. Anthony Hill, 22 News.